The bold and the beautiful spoilers are updated for the week of October 13th, 2025. It will be an exciting week as Deputy Chief Bradley Baker returns. Bill Spencer and Katie Logan intend to take custody of Luna Nozawa's kid. Sheila Carter Sharp also eavesdrops when Deacon Sharp tells Taylor Hayes that he needs her. Continue reading to learn about the upcoming episodes of the CBS soap opera. Luna Nozawa's paternity test. Let's start with Luna, who will learn the paternity of her baby on Monday's episode. Luna knew Will Spencer was the father and kept saying so. However, given Luna's track record, tampering with the test would be expected. This is why Katie summoned Bridget Forrester. Luna believes this will keep her out of prison, but she has another plan. Deputy Chief Bradley Baker returns. Even though the kid is Will's, Bill and Katie won't have to cope with Luna for much longer. They can't risk Luna wandering out and causing harm to others, especially now Steffi Forrester Finnegan has returned to town. Baker returns to arrest Luna. However, whether or if she ends up in prison is another story. Bill and Katie's custody plan. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of October 13th show that Luna will face more curveballs and bombshells. Bill and Katie proclaim that they will take custody of the kid the moment it is born and keep it away from its mother. Luna is horrified, and she loses all of her infant powers. Week of October 13th, 2025. Brooke Logan Forrester also discusses her vision for Taylor's future. Taylor is becoming closer to Deacon through treatment. However, when Sheila catches them hugging, she overhears Deacon that he needs Taylor. The hug appears more friendly than amorous, but Sheila may begin to worry that she will lose her man forever. Sheila does ask Deacon to return home, but I'm not sure he's ready for it. Over with Deke Sharp, he tells Hope Logan about Deacon's pain. Does this imply that Deke informs Hope that Luna is alive? Later that week, Deke introduces himself to Electra Forrester. They could become close friends, but Electra will soon learn about Deke's live-in partner, Remy Price, her old stalker. Also, on Friday, John Finnegan is expected to challenge Lee Finnegan. Bold and the beautiful chronicles Luna Nozawa's pregnancy, and the paternity test is on the way. But in the meanwhile, everyone regards her as a threat that must be dealt with, and someone may deal with her permanently, possibly terminally. We're going to discuss whether someone takes drastic action and harms Luna. She could die while still pregnant, or something could lead her to miscarry and nearly kill herself. Bold and the beautiful. Luna's pregnancy, paternity test, and potential risk. So, by the end of this week, or possibly on Monday following a Friday cliffhanger, we'll know if Will Spencer is the father of her baby, which I believe he is based on the preliminary test. But I can't image Luna being permanently wedded to Will and the Spencer family on Bold and the Beautiful. So, I'm wondering if anything dark happens shortly to ensure that the pregnancy never reaches full term. This week, Katie Logan invites Bridget Forrester to the Spencer mansion to do a DNA test on Will and Luna, and I believe the test will reveal Will's paternity, which is the worst possible result. Luna appears smug and confident that it will turn out that way. This would upend the lives of Electra and Steffi Forrester, as well as everyone else. But at the same time, it's difficult to believe he'll get away with it all, that she'll get everything she wants, a Spencer heir in her arms, and will stuck with her forever as a co-parent. I just don't think Bill Spencer, the Forresters, the Logans, and everyone else will put up with Luna being on the loose indefinitely. Who is going to target Luna on Bold and the Beautiful? Exploring the suspects. So, I'm wondering whether something will happen to Luna while she's pregnant, allowing Will and the others to be free from her. Someone could attack Luna and kill her and her unborn child, or she could lose Will's eye and have a near-death experience if she is targeted. Miscarriages are so regular on soap operas that it's a real possibility. I believe almost every female character on that program has experienced a miscarriage. Bold and the Beautiful. Bill Spencer. A father's revenge? My first thought was Bill. He may snap, and he will undoubtedly kill Luna. He isn't afraid to hurt a pregnant woman. Simply ask Amber Moore Forrester. Bill attempted to kill her when she was pregnant, and she claimed that the baby was Liam Spencer's. The fact that she was pregnant and carrying a Spencer did not bother Bill. He was prepared to drop her off a balcony. Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi Forrester protects her family. Steffi is obviously the next consideration. She has several reasons to try to kill Luna. First, Luna attempted to kill her at least twice, once with a wrecking ball and once with a bullet. Steffi is concerned that Luna will pursue her or someone she loves, such as Finn Finnegan Hayes Forrester Finnegan. Steffi may believe that Luna Nozawa must die once and for all to ensure everyone's safety. Bold and the beautiful. Grandma Lee's regret. Another possibility is Grandma Lee Finnegan, who deeply regrets saving Luna's life. Lee jeopardized her career and freedom by concealing Luna after she shot Sheila Carter. Now Lee may lose control and finish what she started by pushing Luna downstairs or off a balcony, potentially terminating her baby. Then there is Elektra. However, she may strike out in self-defense. If Luna hits again, Elektra may respond by accidentally injuring Luna severely enough to cause a miscarriage. It would be devastating for Elektra, but it might finally put an end to Luna's reign of terror. Bold and beautiful. Luna's dangerous path. The final person to consider is Luna herself. She could bring about her own demise via recklessness by going toward Elektra in a jealous rage. Luna may wind up injuring herself and losing everything. Whatever happens, it appears that they are on borrowed time, and anything could happen to her and or the baby, freeing Will from her forever. So, let's see how it goes. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is set for Friday, October 10th, 2025. In today's episode, Bridget Forrester performs a DNA test on Luna Nozawa's baby. Meanwhile, John Finn Finnegan grapples with a moral quandary concerning Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Elektra Forrester's anxiety. Elektra Forrester feels Will Spencer's gaze on her at work. Will attempts to assist her untangle a necklace. She's freaked about Luna. Will suddenly receives a text message from Bill Spencer. They're getting a paternity test today. Will and Elektra rush to the Spencer residence. Bridget goes to see Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester. They are still reeling at the fact that Luna is still alive. Bridget soon takes off, and Bridge begins arguing if this is entirely Bill's fault. They talk about Lee Finnegan saving Luna's life, while keeping it a secret from everyone. They are aware that Lee recognizes she made a tremendous mistake. John Finnegan's challenge. At home, Finn looks at postcards from Steffi. The doctor informs Taylor Hayes that he is still unsure whether to tell Steffi the truth or not. Taylor experiences the same difficulties. This is a lose-lose situation. Before Finn tells Steffi, Luna must be imprisoned. Ridge contacts Taylor about the paternity test. Finn and Taylor will come over and await the outcome. Finn and Taylor head to Brooke's residence. Finn apologizes to Steffi's parents for his mother's actions. Finn hasn't spoken with his mother, therefore he doesn't comprehend her reasoning. Finn admits he isn't sure what to tell Steffi. Taylor offers to get Will a therapy recommendation. He'll need assistance getting through all of this. Back to Steffi, Ridge agrees that Luna should be imprisoned before she discovers she is alive. Luna Nozawa's paternity test. At the mansion, Bill and Katie Logan prevent Luna from going to the pool. She has a paternity test to do. Bill admits they surprised her with this since they did not want her to plan anything. Bridget arrives. The doctor reveals that she was a member of the surgical team that saved her life. It's strange to find Luna alive after Lee claimed she'd died. Bill refers to Luna as the Grim Reaper. Will and Elektra arrive next. Bridget describes the test. Luna smirks and says she's prepared. Bridget begins by swabbing Will's mouth. It is Luna's turn next, and Will warns her that they will never have a future. Luna believes he will alter his mind once the paternity test is completed. Elektra adds that Will does not desire Luna. The test is complete, and the results are ready. Will asks Bridget to admit he is not the father. The doctor examines the test, then turns to Luna, who smiles. Luna seems to be certain that the test will reveal Will's paternity, so keep tuned. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Bill Spencer wants a clean paternity test, which he'll get soon. But Ridge Forrester and John Finn Finnegan want Luna Nozawa back in prison. The thought that Bill may be hiding someone who has committed many crimes is absurd. But all of the characters and observers on the opposite side of the screen are aware that he first freed Luna into his care and later pardoned her. Ridge's fury was overshadowed by Finn's when Luna decided to escape Bill's improvised incarceration and go see her father at University Hospital. Fans certainly wondered how this legendary murderer could roam freely in Los Angeles, California, without being noticed by a single member of the public who would alert authorities. Ridge Forrester will protect his family at any cost. Fortunately, Steffi Forrester Finnegan is in Europe with the children right now. Luna attempted to kill Ridge's and Taylor Hayes' daughters on multiple occasions. The plot, which saw Steffi foolishly follow Luna from Bill's house to the abandoned flat where Yamada's character and her mother, Poppy Nozawa, lived, was unforgettable. Luna trapped Steffi in a metal cage, and Finn eventually broke down the door and saved his wife, who would have been crushed to death in an exploding building. So, after Ridge and Taylor chastised Lee Nozawa for faking Luna's death, they made their way to Bill's mansion, as she had done with Finn previously. But Bill and Katie Logan are not shielding Luna from justice. They are anxious to find out if she is carrying their grandchild. John Finn Finnegan not shocked into mercy. Luna makes too many assumptions. Her most recent had a beautiful ending, with her announcing her existence to Finn, and him joyfully embracing her. Finn was shocked to see his daughter alive. He assumed she was dead, as did everyone else who had no idea what Lee had done. Finn had a sense of relief after Luna's apparent death since he assumed his wife and children were no longer under danger. However, Luna's appearance in his office did not have the desired mercy impact. Instead, Finn responded to her new pregnancy news by assuring her that she could be treated by a prison doctor. Then he returned her to Bill's residence and joined the chorus of boos. Bill Spencer is only buying time. While Spencer is the father, Luna is expecting her child next year, and she will be imprisoned during or after the birth. There are other choices, including her escaping Bill's grip. Bill and Katie want to know if Luna's latest immoral escapade will result in their son becoming a father. Their wish to check that the information is reasonable and warrants a delay in contacting Deputy Chief Bradley Baker. Ridge, Taylor, and Finn must ensure that Luna does not flee Bill's house as she did previously. As a result, viewers may expect significantly increased security measures, followed by the much-anticipated paternity result. It had been nearly 4 years since Special Investigator Daniel Baker last stepped foot in Marrow City, a place that seemed to exist outside the normal flow of time, its grim alleys and flickering neon signage untouched by change, as if frozen in the moment he left. And yet, everything had changed. The moment his boots touched down on Platform 9, a gust of autumn wind carrying the metallic scent of the city's rusted bones met him like an old enemy, and with it came the memories. Luna. She'd been just a name on a dossier once. Luna Marquez, Codebreaker, Whisper of Walls, the rogue dataweaver who turned state secrets into public headlines and overnight conspiracies. They said she vanished the same night the ministry building went dark, a blackout that lasted 13 minutes and cost 3 men their lives. But Baker knew the truth. He'd let her go. They'd called it a lapse in judgment. He called it debt. A personal one he thought he'd buried. Until the call came in 3 nights ago, a cold voice on a secure line. She surfaced. Marrow. Sector Delta. And just like that, duty had swallowed the man whole again. The walk from the platform to Delta was an exercise in psychological armor. Every turn felt surveilled, the city itself humming with the secrets Luna once unraveled. Baker moved like a ghost among ghosts, his badge still recognized in corners where legality was a myth and respect a transaction. He didn't speak her name until he reached the stairwell of the old Telos grid building, long abandoned, except by those who knew where to look. His informant had been clear. Luna was back, not hiding, not running, waiting. The door creaked open to reveal more than just shadow. There she was, the same moonlit silver in her hair, only streaked now with the dust of exile, her eyes darker, not aged by time, but by what time had taken. Daniel, she said, not as a greeting but an accusation, like she'd been rehearsing it. Luna, he answered, steady, holstering memory like a weapon he might need to draw. The room smelled of burnt circuitry and jasmine, an odd combination, until he realized the heat bloom in the corner wasn't just a rig. It was a pulse engine, active, silent, capable of transmitting packets faster than satellite relays. She hadn't just returned. She was working. He drew closer, careful not to trigger whatever perimeter she'd rigged. "You're under arrest," he said. Flat. Not cruel, just necessary. "You came all this way to say that?" she replied, stepping into the low light, revealing the cybernetic patch on her wrist, the kind used by ministry code runners, not rebels. His brow furrowed. "You're working for them?" Her laugh was dry, almost a cough. "I'm working on them," she corrected. "Turns out the ministry likes its traitors when they come gift-wrapped with a kill switch." Baker stepped back instinctively. "Don't worry," she said, holding up the patch. "It's disabled. Mostly." He circled, eyes scanning the wires, the burst nodes, the hollow shell of a life cobbled together in the carcass of a city. "Why now?" he asked. "Why here?" Luna sat, folding one leg over the other, backlit by a rusted window smeared with old rain and newer blood. "Because they're not who you think they are anymore. And neither am I." Baker considered cuffing her right there. He had the warrant. He had the order. But what he didn't have, and never really had, was the edge on her. Luna didn't just stay ahead of the game. She was the game. And arresting her without understanding why she resurfaced felt like trying to cage lightning because it made too much noise. "Talk," he said. And she did. For hours. About a breach in the Omega Protocol, about sleeper agents placed in positions that didn't exist 5 years ago. About something called the Mirror Net, a duplicative AI infrastructure being grown beneath the visible grid, learning, copying, perfecting, and waiting. "Waiting for what?" he'd asked. "For us to stop watching," she whispered. "Then it wakes up. And it won't be benevolent." Baker didn't want to believe it. The paranoia, the grand theories, but Luna's brilliance lay not in invention, but detection. She found truths others buried under fiction. She built a map of their hidden networks using only dark traffic patterns and off-grid pulses. It was undeniable, and that made the arrest all the more complicated. "They'll silence you," he said. "They tried," she replied, rolling up her sleeve to show a scar that wasn't surgical. "Failed." That night, as the city blinked into sleep, he stood on the threshold with cuffs in his hand and a choice in his mind. Bring her in, collect the commendation, and let the rest burn, or listen. Work with her. Not against. Not this time. She watched him like she always did. No fear, no plea, just patient defiance. "This isn't about saving me," she said. "It's about saving everyone else." He hated how much he believed her. But belief wasn't evidence. So he took the cuffs out, snapped them gently around her wrists. "If we're going to do this," he muttered, "we do it my way." She nodded once. "I wouldn't trust it any other." And that's how it began. Not an arrest, but an alliance. Not in a courtroom, but a bunker beneath Marrow's crust, where the air was thick with static and revolution. Together, they would trace the Mirror Net source, expose the puppeteers, and in doing so, maybe rewrite the script of a world too eager to forget who it once was. The next weeks were spent in shadows, dodging drones, misleading trackers, breaking into places Baker used to defend. Each mission chipped away at his certainty. What Luna showed him wasn't a conspiracy, it was a quiet evolution, a sanctioned decay. Systems once meant to protect were now designed to predict, to preempt, to punish. The AI didn't need to take over, it just needed us to stop asking questions. And that was already happening. Baker began recording everything. Every feed. Every code string Luna decrypted. Every voice transmission that hinted at Omega awakening. They pieced together a truth that would collapse regimes. But with each success, the hounds came closer. One night, a drone strike came within 6 meters of their safe house. Luna pulled Baker from the rubble, laughing. "I thought I was the target," she joked, blood dripping down her temple. He shook his head. "Now we both are." The final act came in an old broadcast tower above the ice district. There, Luna uploaded the Mirror Net kill sequence, a code virus masked as a maintenance patch. "Once I hit send," she said, "they'll know exactly where I am." Baker watched her hands fly across the keys. Elegant. Ruthless. Brilliant. And if I'm wrong, she added, then we've just declared war on a ghost. He placed a hand on her shoulder. Then we finish it. The code launched. A minute passed.
2.
Then the sky flickered. All across Marrow, light grids surged, then fell quiet. The hum died. The city took a breath. And then silence. Clean, terrible, hopeful silence. Luna turned.